Hey guys, hope y'all are doing well today. Today I want to show you my antique bedroom set. And before I show you, just know too that I just want to give you my whole bedroom tour. So let me first begin with my bed. This bed right here, this I don't know what you call these, but these are the poles. See that? That's my Russian Orthodox cross. I just like to keep up. I should have put it over my icon corner, but anyway. See, this is like beautiful wood, and it's had some scratches, so I had to put that oil over it, or just to get that stop and make sure it's beautiful and have a shiny look. So see this too? This was always part of the bed. So let me explain what this is. So this bed right here was actually my third great aunt's. And I know that sounds weird, but quite sim quite frankly, it was actually, as far as I remember from my life story, it was my great grandfather Tench. And my great grandfather Tench, we called him Papa Joe. He was my mama's mama daddy. So he was my maternal grand Nana Loggins daddy. And he slept in this bed till he passed away and went home to the Lord when I was 14 years old. And being 22, I've tried to kept it and preserve it. And I'm going to do a tribute video on him later. But I just wanted to show y'all that. I like to go to antique stores too, so have y'all seen that one, obviously. These aren't antique, but here's a cool old Civil War replica sword right here. And I'll show it to y'all later. I got that in medieval times. I got that in Israel. I've never been to Israel. It's just my mom got it in Jerusalem. She ordered it. Let me zoom on this part. Hey, hey y'all. Yeah, I know. I look like I'm from the 1930s or whatever, but I'm a hat guy actually. I mean, I like to show my hair. See this old wood right here? So this was it came with the bedrooms. It came with the bed. And when I mean like bed, I mean like the panels or whatever. That's what's old. Now we've had to nail it down here, but I'm gonna show you this. So look at this. Yeah, I know that's a little scratch, but see the key right there? That's where I keep my underwear. That was sort of funny how I said that. There's my socks. And look at these things down here. See how they did it back then? Look at that. Man. I gotta tell you, when it comes to architecture, I'll show you this real quickly too. See how it's got wheels? So even though it was old, it still was and look how they designed the mirror back then. How did they do that? When I look at this bed, I don't know if it's just because my great grandfather Tench or Papa Joe really liked westerns or whatever, but when you look at this bed, you think this is like probably before the Civil War, or well, I don't know. This is, since it's got wheels, it's after the Civil War, so probably you think it's during the Western period out west, and we would always watch shows and stuff. Look at this. So see these wheels right here? Sorry about that, guys. There's my old guitar. See the wheels? And look how beautiful that is. And there it is. So I just wanted to show you that. Next up, let me show you my closet. And yes, I thank my mama for helping me, because if without my mama, it's not because I'm a mama's boy, I wouldn't probably be the person that I am today as a young man. And yes, she is very strict. Being from the South down here in Georgia, we all got to look clean and stuff, and we all not just we got to brush our teeth, put on deodorant, comb our hair, and even though I'm wearing a hat right now, take showers, put on nice clothes. You can thank my mama for this. And see those old boots right there? I know that's a piggy bank. That was my, those were my great-grandfather Joe Tench's boots, and I inherited from him. And I also inherited a lot of things. There's an old letter I got from Antique Store, and there's my hats and the this ain't from the Civil War, that's a replica, but see that cowboy hat right there? That was given to me by my Papa Loggins. I bought that hat. That's American made. I recently just bought a new gangster fedora hat. That's I got from the Greek festival. It's a Greek sailor cap, and I just love hats. I even got, there's my martial arts. Yes, I told my dad played football, and I was more into baseball. That's what I played. And right up there, sorry about that stuff. I used to go to like I told you, I became an artist in high school. I took theater and marching band, and I took visual art classes. And I told myself that I couldn't draw, and God was so good to me because He blessed me to do all that. And there's my leather jacket, and if you notice too, this is how good my mama is when she helps me. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why aren't you moved out? Well, it's probably because the economy, this terrible inflation. And honestly, I love living with my parents. As long as I do what they say and under the roof of their house, I'm fine. So if you notice closely, y'all, you'll see how my jeans and boots are back there? Okay. Now look at this. So here's my jackets. And I just buy regular clothes and stuff. I don't have many belts. I need more belts. Did you notice it? Did you notice the difference? And there's the shorts. So my mama had this figured out. She said, you need to layer these out with your jeans and sweatpants down there, your jackets and long flat or flannel shirts and plaid shirts or even jackets. That's not real leather, but I need to get a real leather jacket. Maybe brown too. Just stuff like that. There's an old Ronaldo. I used to play soccer. Let me prove it to you too. I used to, sorry about the camera, guys. See, Ronaldo. That's when he was good. And if y'all didn't notice this too, I'm a reenactor. I do historical reenactments. So check this out. This ain't official, but see how that's a replica shirt of the 18th century of a gentleman's shirt. See the cufflinks he's got. So, and I love theater. That I'm minoring in it, and yes, it's going well. Let me see what I got here too. I'm just trying to look. I'm not trying to show you all my clothes. I'm a man. I'm a young man. I don't want to, not a girl, but I mean, I try to be grateful and take good things, what I can do. Shoot, I can't find it. I was going to show y'all my muslin. It's called a muslin shirt, and basically what that is. There it is. I found it. So I don't know where there's my Civil War. See that shirt? I wore that at the Harbin Farm. I'm going to take you there someday too. I'm going to do a vlog over there. This is in the 19th century during the Civil War. So, and there's my officer uniform. Guys, I just want to make this clear too. I'm not trying to stir up any controversy. It's just what I like to do because my grandpa got me in it. And he was the reason why I became a history major. And then that's why I turned it into film and digital media. Because I thought, why not tell a cool story through my own perspective, not just actual history. I can make that stuff because I reenact. This is a replica uniform of a Confederate officer, and I portray Walter H. Taylor. There's the suspenders, see? And my grandpa portrays Papa Loggins. He portrays General Lee. And we're proud of it because, he didn't fight for slavery. He said, I cannot draw my sword up against my home of Virginia. So, and this hat, even though it was made in China, let me show you my hats, just to show you all this stuff. I wanted to show you. So this is called a trilby. It was made in China. I like to wear that. Here's the Greek sailor hat. Yeah, sorry about how that looks. I'm gonna do a skit in the future, in the near future, showing y'all a skit of a gangster. There's the hat I wear for my reenactments. This is the one I bought off. It's called New York Hat Company. This was made in the USA actually, so I really like that one actually. This was my great grandfather Joe Tench's actual Stetson cowboy hat. It's really big on me. I guess John Wayne wore that one. There's that nice cowboy hat I like to wear that my Papa Law gave me. I love that hat. It's leather. This ain't a cowboy hat. This is actually what I also wear to the reenactment. What this is, it's a gambler. It's a gambler style hat. There's an old hat in there and the rest of it. So I just want to show y'all this too. Like, look at this. I found this is a cool old like correspondence from 1872 during the Reconstruction era, and yeah, it's a real letter. It could be a print. Pay $25 for it. Let me go over here. As y'all know, I've like play Tal Harpa, and there's some books I like to read. That's all my prayer stuff. I'm reading on Saint Nectarios. It's my icon. That was my first icon. So here's the history. Yeah, I just thought, why not just do history as a hobby? Because I'm more of an actor and singer. There's an old Abraham Lincoln. It's not old. It's just a statue of him. See that? That's cool. This is like the 1930s, so I'm not a big reader, but when I read, I'll read. Little Coptic icon. This ain't old, but I love this watch. I actually want to get an old one. My Papa Loggins has got an old watch from his daddy, and it's the actual pocket watch. And this is the best part I wanted to show you too. Look at this, y'all. This is an old wagon chair. And yes, it is a little sturdy or whatever. See how it's a little bendy. And I'll just sit in it too. It's a little uncomfortable sometimes just because it was like people were shorter back then, you know. If you go to old plantation homes, you'll see how people lived back then, and the door handle wasn't there. It was much lower. So yeah, that's it. And of course, I have this awesome space living in the Northeast Georgia mountains. Look at that. Man, that's beautiful. I'm going to show y'all that and get all the blinds. It's my icon corner when I pray to Jesus and I intercession the Holy Theotokos on the saints. And the last two things I want to show y'all is ignore it. Well, that's just if I need it, because it does get dark in my room. This is my treasure chest. And that's a little personal, but I'll show it to you in a second. This is old radio. No, it's not from the 1930s. It's a replica, but it's actually good for replica, because if you don't believe me, look at this. See, September 9th. So what they did is they installed stuff, but I'll show you something. So watch this. So it's got AMC, FM, stuff like that. So, and here was the best part I wanted to show you. Let me get my key over here so I can show you some real personal stuff. And guys, this is what it means to be a follower of Christ. When you live for Jesus, and you're not afraid to show the world who you are, because Jesus wasn't either. So let me get the key chain out in just a second. All right, give me a second. I put a lock on it. This ain't a real treasure chest. It's actually like so there it is. So first thing I want to show you, This is my old dog, Bo, and even though we have Cooper, this is when I lived at the old house when I was growing up. I think I was 10 years old there. Here's a memorabilia souvenir from the COVID-19 pandemic. So you got to keep that in there because you never want to forget that, the times that we're living in. Here's an old journal I have. It's not old, it's just a leather strap. That was my first ever. This was my first ever journal. And basically, I used this when I was, I still journal, by the way, guys, but I started at 16. And, yeah, sorry for the mess right there. It's just when you have to edit and stuff. And so, here's an old driver's license I have. See, Christ is born. That's when I got my permit. Look at this. Yes, I went through a phase too when I wanted to, when this is when I was at Lump County, and the Lord he was dealing with me. I had a lot going through. We bought a new house, and I didn't get to tell my friends goodbye at White County, but the good Lord Jesus, He does things that surprise you. And then I went through a phase of growing out my hair. Yeah, my dad would aggravate me and call me Wings, but you know, that's life. Here's an old baseball card of me when I was growing up. So, as well. This is the one I went to when I was at. This was my first ever Braves game ticket. When I went to go see the Braves, I think this is when I was turning 9 years old. I was 8 at the time, but my birthday's in July. I'm not going to tell you all the date just because, you know, it's, but yeah, I was so exhilarated. And being a birthday boy too, I was happy the Braves won. All right, here's the old wallet that my great-grandfather Joe Tench gave me. I mean, he didn't give me, I inherited it from him. Keep calm and trust God. So this is a little personal, but I'll go ahead and share it. When I was going through a depression phase from Satan, this was when I was 15 years old. My mama gave this to me, and she prayed to God and asked the Holy Spirit to help me, and just pray to God to help me because I was having bad thoughts, and they weren't good thoughts at all. So, what else? What I would like to show you. So, I wrote about this in my journal. So, what I'm about to show you too is this is Papa Nana Brooks gave this to me, and basically, let me pull it out for you. It says, "My dear grandson, forge your own path. Anything is possible. North, south, east, west." And I think I got that when I was before a teenager. I know I was a kid. And here's the best part too. See all these cards? Those are from birthdays. I kept them over the years. Oh, when I went to